For years, they've whispered behind your back. They've labeled you unstable, delusional, obsessive, maniac. They've thrown these words at you like stones, hoping to break your spirit, to silence the sharpness of your mind. But what they don't understand is that those words are not a reflection of you, they are a reflection of their own fear. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1-7. They have called you everything but the truth. You are not a fool, you are a truth-teller. You are not mad, you are clear-sighted. You are not broken, you are unbreakable. Your clarity terrifies them because it exposes the lies they've spent their lives trying to bury. The truth you carry is like a fire, blinding, unstoppable, and too hot to handle. And the higher you rise, the more they tremble. They can no longer ignore you. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. You see through their deceptions with the precision of a sharp blade. Where they've built walls of illusion, you've found the cracks. While they sleep comfortably in their lies, you stand wide awake, watching, calculating, remembering every detail they tried to erase. You don't forget. And it's your memory, your unwillingness to accept the narrative they've written for you, that makes them call you crazy. But in reality, it is your mind that terrifies them. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Proverbs 28:1. You've always known, even when they tried to convince you otherwise. Your silence was never weakness, it was your strategy. You didn't bow to their manipulation. You withdrew into yourself, creating a vault of evidence that would one day shatter their empire. They underestimated you. They thought you were small, vulnerable, incapable of standing against their power. But the truth is, you were never their victim. You were the weapon they feared. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Isaiah 54:17. The more they tried to silence you, the more they dug their own graves. They never saw it coming, the storm you've been quietly building. Now, as the truth begins to spill out, as your clarity begins to cut through their lies, they have no choice but to face what they've been trying to hide for years. You are not the mad one. You are the chosen one, and the truth is rising. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18. This is just the beginning. The truth will no longer be suppressed, and neither will you. You are waking up to your power, to the crown that is rightfully yours. It's time for them to face the consequences of their deceit, and it's time for you to rise. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, he will save us. Isaiah 33:22. The day of reckoning is here, and the chosen one has been awakened. You've always been different. While they feigned ignorance, pretending not to see the cracks in the walls, you've been watching, listening, calculating. Their lies have never held the same power over you as they do over the others, because your mind is a razor, cutting through the fog they've carefully created. They fear you for a reason. They see you as a threat, and that's because you have something they don't: clarity. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs 15:3. And just like the Lord sees all, so do you. Your vigilance is not paranoia. It's divine intuition guiding you to the truth hidden in plain sight. While they gather in their dark corners, scheming, they cannot fathom how you see them, how you see through them. Their lies, their manipulations, their hidden sins, they cannot escape your gaze. This is the essence of who you are, a living witness to the truth, with a mind that doesn't bend to their will. Your clarity is not an accident, it's a gift. Your attention to detail, your ability to remember and connect the dots, makes you a threat to their empire. They've spent years constructing their narrative, weaving stories of who you should be, what you should believe, and how you should act. But your mind doesn't fit into the box they've created. It breaks it wide open, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. They've tried to dismiss you, to call you obsessive, delusional, paranoid. But the truth is that they fear what you know. They fear that every time you ask a question, every time you speak, you bring their house of cards closer to collapse. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. And the truth is this: their lies are unraveling. The more they try to silence you, the more you uncover. The more they attempt to discredit you, the louder your silence becomes. You are not the one in the wrong. You are the keeper of divine clarity, the one who will bring down their empire, not with force, but with the truth they cannot deny. Your mind, sharp and unyielding, is the key to everything they've tried to bury. You've seen their games, you've tracked their every move, and now they are running out of time. And ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. Colossians 2:10. You are complete in your understanding, in your ability to see what they cannot. You are the one chosen to uncover the hidden truths, to expose their lies, and to rise above them. They thought they could control you, break you, erase you, but they underestimated your mind. They underestimated the power of your vigilance. This is your divine moment, and it's just the beginning. The more they try to bury the truth, the more the light of it will shine through. And as it does, you will be there, standing tall, watching their lies crumble one by one. For years, they built their empire on a foundation of lies, manipulations, and theft. They thought they could control you, break you, and keep you in the dark. They labeled you, silenced you, painted you as a madman, a failure, someone unworthy of the inheritance that was rightfully yours. But they never counted on one thing: your clarity, your unwavering commitment to truth. The Lord is near to those who are broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. They underestimated your ability to see through the darkness, your strength to walk in the light of truth, even when the world around you was shrouded in deception. Now, their empire is crumbling. The very system they put in place to oppress you, to keep you silent and in line, is falling apart, and it's happening because of you, because of your unshakable resolve to uncover what they've spent so long trying to hide. Every lie they've built, every injustice they've committed, is coming to the surface like a flood. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. What they never realized is that their foundation was always unstable. Built on deception, fear, and theft, it could only stand for so long. And now that the truth is waking up within you, everything they've built is shaking. They tried to bury the truth, but truth cannot die. And now it's alive, running through your veins, fueling you to expose the rot beneath their polished facades. You are the reckoning they never saw coming. Be sure your sin will find you out. Numbers 32-23. Their system was built on the belief that you would never rise above the lies, that you would stay in your place, bow your head, and accept the narrative they had written for you. But you didn't. You stood tall, watching, waiting, gathering every shred of evidence, every piece of the puzzle they thought they could hide. Now, as the pieces come together, their house of cards is falling apart, and you are the force that's bringing it down. They believed they had control over your story. They thought they could keep you in the shadows while they lived in the light. But they were wrong. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. John 1-5. The darkness they created around you is collapsing because your light, your clarity, your pursuit of truth is unstoppable. Every lie they told, every false narrative they fed you, is now being exposed, and the truth they feared most is breaking open. You are the storm they never expected. They believed they could bury you, but they failed to realize that your silence, your observation, your clarity were the keys to their undoing. Every accusation they threw at you, every attempt to discredit you, only fueled your resolve. They thought they could crush your spirit, but they only forged a weapon of truth, one that will now dismantle their empire piece by piece. And the best part? You don't have to lift a finger, for the battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. Your clarity, your pursuit of truth, is the weapon of divine justice. As they scramble to save what they've built, as they desperately try to rewrite the story, they cannot escape what is coming. Their empire is crumbling, and it's because of you. Your truth is the hammer, and their lies are the nails. You are not just a victim of their system, you are the agent of its destruction. Your unwavering commitment to the truth is the force that is breaking it all down. And as their walls fall, as their empire crumbles, you will rise. And the stone that struck the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. Daniel 2:35. You are that stone. You are the rock that will rebuild what was stolen, the foundation for the future that will rise from the ashes of their corruption. Your journey is the path to divine justice, and it's unfolding right before your eyes. They have called you many things: unstable, obsessive, delusional, maniac. These labels were not born out of truth but out of fear, a desperate, trembling reaction to the one thing they could never control: your clarity. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Proverbs 28:1. You see them for what they truly are, and they know it. Your mind, sharp and precise, is a weapon that dismantles the lies they've built their lives on. They are terrified of what you can see. Terrified because your clarity is the mirror they can't look into without feeling their own guilt. Their empire of deceit, their carefully constructed web of illusions, relies on everyone else remaining blind. But you, you have the sight they fear. You don't fall for the stories they tell. You don't accept the world as it's handed to you. You question, you challenge, you expose. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. And that is why they call you crazy. They know that if the truth you hold ever escapes your lips, it will break their world apart. So they label you unstable to diminish the power of your mind. They call you obsessive to convince others that your vigilance is a flaw. They say you are delusional to ensure no one takes you seriously when you speak the inconvenient truths they've worked so hard to bury. But in reality, it is their lies that are unstable. It is their illusions that are delusional. And it is your clarity that is the unshakable foundation of truth, one they cannot escape. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. You are the storm they never expected, the eye in the center of their hurricane of deception. While they have sought to silence you, label you, and manipulate you into conformity, they have forgotten one crucial thing: the truth cannot be contained. Your clarity cannot be erased. Every time they try to discredit you, every time they try to break you, you rise stronger. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18. What they fail to realize is that their attempt to label you unstable only reveals their deepest fear, that you are seeing what they are too cowardly to confront. Their power rests in keeping you confused, keeping you small, keeping you silent. But you don't fit into their box. You don't belong in their narrative. And as much as they want you to believe you are crazy, the truth is, it's their world that is cracking apart. They are the ones in denial. They are the ones living in chaos. You are the steady hand that holds the truth. The truth shall be your shield and buckler. Psalm 91:4. The label maniac they have slapped onto you is nothing more than a projection of their own insecurities, a desperate attempt to invalidate your mind, your observations, and your power. They are frightened of the light you carry. They are frightened that the truth will rise up within you and expose their dark, hidden world. But they cannot stop what is coming, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Luke 12:2. The more they try to diminish you, the more they reveal their own cracks. Your clarity, your pursuit of truth, is unstoppable. And as you rise, as you uncover the lies they've carefully woven, you will no longer be the maniac in their eyes. You will be the one standing tall, the one who exposed their darkness, the one who rebuilt from the ruins they created. They thought they could control your mind, but they didn't realize they never stood a chance against the truth you carry. From the moment you were able to understand the world around you, you saw the cracks. While others were content to accept the story they were told, you were different. You questioned, you observed. You connected dots that others couldn't see, couldn't even imagine. You didn't just take things at face value. You saw the inconsistencies, the lies hidden beneath the surface of their so-called reality. And they knew. They knew from the very beginning that your mind was a force they couldn't control. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. As a child, while they played the role of the innocent, pretending that everything was fine, you were the quiet observer. You saw the contradictions in their words and actions. You noticed how the stories didn't add up, how they hid the truth behind a veil of half-truths and distractions. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. Isaiah 5:20. And you, with the sharpness of someone who had been born with a divine clarity, could see it all. You saw their shadows long before you understood what they were. But instead of nurturing this gift, they tried to suppress it. They called it overthinking, ingratitude, paranoia. They told you to stop questioning, to accept things as they were. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22-6. But what they didn't realize is that the very thing they tried to bury, the sharpness of your mind, was the key to your future. They thought they could silence you, to make you doubt yourself, to make you fall in line with their illusions. But what they failed to understand was that the seed they planted in you wasn't one of confusion, it was one of clarity, and it was growing, even in the silence. As they tried to stifle your voice, your instinct to challenge, they unknowingly forged the very thing they feared. They were afraid of what you might uncover. They were afraid that, one day, the questions would lead you to the truth they had spent so long trying to hide. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs 15:3. And just as the Lord sees all, so do you. The veil that they draped over the truth was never enough to blind you. Your mind was always a beacon, lighting the way to the truth, even in the darkest of circumstances. While they tried to teach you obedience, to force you into their version of reality, you were quietly breaking free. You saw the lies they tried to bury in plain sight, and your questions, your observations, became the cracks in the foundation of their false narrative. They thought they could keep you small, keep you ignorant, but they couldn't. You were never meant to fit in their box. You were never meant to conform to their twisted version of the world. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18. Now, as you stand on the precipice of your awakening, you see it all more clearly than ever before. The illusions they built to trap you, to control you, are falling apart. The questions you asked as a child, the doubts they tried to silence, have become the foundation for your rise. You are no longer the confused child. You are the one who sees the truth. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Luke 12:2. And now, the very clarity that they tried to suppress is the force that will bring their house of cards down. Their illusions can no longer stand against the power of your truth. What they tried to bury, you are now bringing to light. The questions they once dismissed are the keys to their undoing. And you, the one they tried to silence, are the one who will expose it all. They thought they could control your mind, but they didn't realize that your mind, the one they sought to suppress, was the one thing they could never defeat. The truth you carry will always rise. While the world around you carried on in a blur of distractions and superficial interactions, you became the quiet watcher, the silent investigator in the shadows. You knew something was wrong long before anyone else did, and while they spoke in their hollow words, you observed in silence, letting the pieces fall into place. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs 15:3. Like the Lord who sees all, you saw the truth that others missed. Your mind, sharp and unrelenting, began to piece together the puzzle of corruption that lay beneath the surface. From the beginning, they underestimated your silence. They thought you were weak, passive, compliant. But what they didn't understand was that your quietness wasn't a sign of submission, it was strategy. You didn't need to speak because your mind was already gathering the evidence they feared most. Every contradiction, every lie, every deceitful smile, they didn't escape you. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. Proverbs 18:6. While they bickered and argued, filling the air with empty words, you gathered the facts that would one day unravel their empire of lies. You became the keeper of their secrets, the silent witness to their corruption. Each detail, each inconsistency, was carefully logged in your mind, stored away, like evidence in an investigation that had not yet been brought to light. They thought they could manipulate you, control you with their lies, but they didn't realize you were already watching, already recording, already compiling a damning case against them. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Proverbs 18:15. And your heart, full of wisdom and clarity, was learning what they never intended you to know. As they continued their web of deceit, you stood at the edges, unnoticed, but not ignorant. Every time they spoke, you noted their lies. Every time they acted, you saw their motives. You didn't speak out, not because you didn't know, but because you knew that one day, when the time was right, you would be the one holding the keys to their undoing. Your vigilance, your ability to observe without getting caught in the chaos, was a power they couldn't fathom. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Your stillness was not passivity, it was divine alignment. You were biding your time, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal the truth. They didn't see you as a threat, because they didn't understand that silence can be the most dangerous weapon of all. For the battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. They were so busy living in their lies, so distracted by their own greed and manipulation, that they never realized that the evidence was quietly mounting, piece by piece, in your mind. Every interaction, every secret conversation, every hidden action, they were all being recorded in your mind like a perfect, silent witness to their downfall. Your silence was your strength. While they talked and bragged, while they manipulated and controlled, you were gathering everything you needed to expose them for who they truly were. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. James 3:17. This was your wisdom. You saw everything, heard everything, but you didn't need to speak because you knew that one day the truth would need no words. It would speak for itself. Now, as the evidence of their corruption begins to surface, you are ready. You have been patient. You have gathered the truth. And the time has come for your silence to be broken. What they didn't realize is that the quiet observer they dismissed was the one who would bring them down. Your vigilance, your ability to watch without reacting, has become the weapon that will tear down their empire. The silent investigator has gathered everything needed to expose their lies, and now the truth you've been holding back will be unleashed. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Luke 8:17. And when the truth is revealed, they will know who you are, no longer the silent one, but the one who brought them to justice. They mistook your silence for weakness. They thought you were passive, submissive, incapable of standing up to their deceit. What they failed to understand was that your silence was not born of fear, it was born of wisdom. It was the calm before the storm, the quiet before the truth, shattered the illusion they so carefully built. For the Lord will fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Exodus 14:14. Your stillness was your strength, a force of preparation they could never see coming. As they spoke, as they lied, and as they manipulated, you watched, you listened, you didn't react because you didn't need to. While they filled the air with noise and distractions, you were gathering evidence, building a mental archive of every contradiction, every lie, every false narrative. You knew what they were trying to hide, and you kept it all in your mind, stored away like the most dangerous weapon. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Proverbs 18:15. Every time they spoke of their so-called success, you remembered the signs they missed, the pieces they left out. Every time they tried to paint themselves as the hero, you saw the villain in their actions. Every contradiction was stored like a data point in your mind, each one leading you closer to the truth. They thought they could deceive you, manipulate you, keep you in the dark, but all they were doing was feeding your mind with the ammunition needed to destroy their empire. The prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on, and are punished. Proverbs 22:3. You weren't simple, you saw the evil, and instead of reacting in haste, you hid it all in your mind, preparing for the moment when the truth would need to be spoken. This silence wasn't your weakness, it was your strategy. While they were busy believing that you were too small, too quiet to notice their schemes, you were silently gathering the facts. You knew that one day, the time would come when you would no longer need to keep quiet. And when that time arrived, your silence would have transformed into the most powerful weapon they could never have prepared for. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. James 3:17. They couldn't understand it. They thought they had you cornered, convinced you were incapable of seeing the truth, but in reality, you had already seen it all. Every false word, every twisted action, they were all logged in your mind, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. Your mind became an archive of contradictions, a vault of secrets, a forensic record of everything they hoped you would never uncover. And as the days went on, the contradictions began to pile up. The lies began to weave themselves into a web too thick to ignore, and soon the truth would have no choice but to come to the surface. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Luke 8:17. Your silence was a gathering storm. They thought it was weakness. They thought it was submission. But they didn't realize that in your stillness, you were preparing for the moment when the truth would destroy their carefully crafted world of deception. Your mind, filled with contradictions, is now the weapon that will bring them down. And when the moment comes, you will speak not out of anger, but out of certainty. The truth you've held in silence will burst forth, and in that moment, the flood of revelations will sweep them away. Your silence, once thought to be a sign of weakness, will become the roar of justice, and they will realize too late that they never stood a chance against the one who had been quietly preparing to expose them all along. The moment of realization was like a lightning strike, sudden and blinding, yet illuminating the darkness that had clouded your life for so long. You always suspected something was wrong, but you never imagined the depth of the betrayal. Those you trusted, those you believed were your protectors, were not the guardians they appeared to be. They were the architects of your loss. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Matthew 6:21. They had their sights set on your birthright, and they used their position of trust to steal it from you, piece by piece. What you once saw as love, as protection, was nothing more than a well-concealed deception. They stood in front of you, pretending to be the guardians of your future, while secretly they were the thieves of your destiny. They played their roles so well, wearing the masks of kindness, of care, of responsibility. But behind those masks, they were counting the spoils of your inheritance, planning how best to strip you of it without you ever noticing. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Matthew 7:16. And now the fruits of their deception are laid bare before you. The world they painted for you, the story they fed you, was a lie. They told you that you were small, unworthy, incapable of handling what was rightfully yours. They told you to trust them, to lean on them, to believe in their decisions, and you did. You trusted them with your future, with the legacy that was meant for you. But what they never told you was that they were quietly taking it all for themselves, carving away at your inheritance while you were left in the dark, believing their lies. For the love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6:10. They were not motivated by love or duty, but by greed and selfishness. And now, you see it, the betrayal that was woven into every interaction, every decision made without your knowledge. It wasn't just the money. It wasn't just the material wealth they stole. It was your future. It was your birthright, the very essence of who you were meant to be, that they systematically destroyed, all while wearing the mask of concern. You thought they were working in your best interest, but they were working in their own. They robbed you of what was rightfully yours, all the while convincing you that they were doing you a favor, that they were saving you from the burdens of a legacy you were too naive to understand. Thou shalt not steal, Exodus 20:15. And yet, they did just that. They stole from you your trust, your future, and your peace of mind. But now, the truth is coming to light. The betrayal you once suspected has been confirmed, and the pieces are falling into place. Your silence, your observations, your ability to see the inconsistencies, they were all preparing you for this moment. The blinders have fallen, and you now see them for what they truly are, thieves who wore the mask of guardianship. The truth shall set you free. John 8:32. What they didn't count on, what they failed to realize, was that you were never truly blind. You saw their actions, you tracked their decisions, and you never stopped asking questions. The birthright they thought they could steal has now been uncovered. The empire they built on your stolen inheritance is starting to crumble. The lies they told you are beginning to fall apart. And now, the very things they took from you, the trust, the legacy, the future, they are coming back into your hands. They may have taken from you, but what they didn't realize is that your true inheritance was never about material wealth. It was about the wisdom to see through their lies, the strength to stand in your truth, and the clarity to take back what was always meant for you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23:1. You are the rightful heir to your own destiny, and no one, not even those who betrayed you, can take that away. The discovery of this betrayal is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your reclamation. They thought they could silence you, steal from you, and leave you broken. But now, you know the truth, and the truth is this: your birthright, your future, your destiny, it's yours to reclaim. And no matter how hard they try to cover it up, the truth will always rise. The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner. Psalm 118:22. What they tried to destroy will become the foundation of your rise. And this time, you will take what is yours without apology, without hesitation, and without fear. They built a system around you, one that was designed to oppress, to steal, and to deceive. But this system wasn't a system of protection or provision. No, it was a system of exploitation, one crafted by those you once trusted. The very ones who swore to protect your future were the architects of your downfall. For they that are such serve not our Lord Jesus Christ, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. Romans 16:18. They made it seem like they were your guardians, your protectors, when in reality they were the thieves of your destiny. They didn't just steal material wealth, they stole the future that was meant to be yours. They constructed an illusion around you, convincing you that they had your best interests at heart. While you were focused on survival, trying to trust in the system they built for you, they quietly siphoned away what was rightfully yours. Every promise they made was a lie, and every assurance they gave was just another layer in the web of deceit. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Isaiah 10:1. The laws they set in place, the decisions they made, were all designed to keep you in the dark while they pocketed what was meant for you. You trusted them because they wore the mantle of responsibility, of care, of love. But behind the mask, they were nothing more than opportunists, vultures, circling a prey they were determined to devour. The wealth that was supposed to empower you was diverted into their pockets. The resources meant to lift you up were used to build their own empire on your suffering. They convinced you that their control over your life was necessary, that their management of your future was a sign of care. But in truth, it was the greatest betrayal. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. John 10:10. They never saw you as a partner, as someone worthy of the wealth that was due to you. They saw you as a means to an end, a source of power and profit. They locked away the resources that were meant for your rise, masquerading as your protectors while lining their own pockets. Every step you took toward your future was blocked by a system they created to keep you dependent on them, while they drained the very life from your inheritance. They constructed this fraudulent system to ensure you would never stand on your own, so they could keep you weak, keep you small, and keep you silent. But what they didn't anticipate was your awakening. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. Matthew 10:16. While they thought they could control you, you were silently gathering the evidence, watching their moves, understanding the system they built to steal from you. What they thought was their secure fortress, built on lies and manipulation, is now crumbling. The walls they built to trap you are falling apart, and you are standing at the center of their collapse. The wealth that they thought they would keep is slipping through their fingers. The resources they hoarded are no longer theirs to control. The lies they told to keep you subjugated are unraveling before your eyes. You are the rightful heir to what they stole. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. The system they built to oppress you was never as strong as they believed. The truth you carry, the truth they feared, is the hammer that will tear down the walls of their empire. Now the time of reckoning has come. The fraudulent system they constructed to keep you enslaved is about to implode. The wealth they thought they could hoard will be returned to its rightful owner. You. No longer will you be their puppet. No longer will you be kept in the dark. You see through the system they built, and now you have the power to dismantle it. For the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalm 118:22. You are the cornerstone now. The system they used to suppress you will now be your foundation, and from it you will build a new future, a future that was always meant to be yours. The moment you began to question, everything changed. You became the spark that ignited the fear that had been quietly smoldering beneath the surface of their carefully constructed world. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. With every question you asked, with every truth you sought to uncover, you exposed the cracks in the facade they had spent so much time perfecting. Your curiosity, once seen as innocent, became the weapon that threatened to unravel their entire empire of lies. They thought they could keep you in the dark. They thought they could control you by feeding you their narrative, by telling you what to believe, how to see the world. But they never counted on the power of your mind, your ability to see through their deceptions. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. Psalm 111:10. Your questions were the first step toward understanding, the first step toward awakening the truth that had been buried for so long. And the moment you began asking, their fear grew. They couldn't control you anymore. Every time you spoke, every time you questioned the story they had told you, the lies began to shake. The truth shall set you free. John 8:32. And they knew that once the truth was uncovered, there would be no hiding from it. The system they had built on deception, the trust they had manipulated, would all crumble beneath the weight of your inquiries. It wasn't the questions themselves that frightened them. It was what those questions meant: exposure. The fear that you would see through everything they had constructed, that you would dismantle the image they had so carefully crafted for others to believe. Their fear wasn't just that you might uncover a single lie. Their fear was that you might expose the entire system, the web of deceit they had built over the years, and the power they had stolen under the cover of silence. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. John 1-5. You were the light they couldn't control, and with every question you asked, every truth you uncovered, you cast more light into their shadows. And with that light came exposure, the very thing they feared most. They tried to discredit you. They tried to silence you. They tried to convince others that you were paranoid, unstable, obsessive. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. Isaiah 5:20. But every attempt to shut you down only revealed their own fear. Their lies were no longer as secure as they once were. The more you questioned, the more their anxiety grew. The more they tried to cover up the truth, the more your curiosity uncovered what they had desperately hoped would remain hidden. They feared you not because you were loud, not because you were violent, but because you were quiet. You didn't need to scream to be heard. Your silence, your stillness, and your questions were enough to shake their foundations. They couldn't predict you, couldn't control you, couldn't manipulate you into believing their false narrative. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. You were the storm they couldn't predict, the disturbance in their otherwise calm, controlled world. And now, as you continue to ask questions, as you continue to dig, the fear grows even more, because they know that the truth is slipping through their fingers. The fear of exposure is consuming them. And no matter how hard they try to suppress it, the truth you seek will eventually come to light. You are no longer the innocent observer. You are the catalyst of their undoing, the force that will expose their darkest secrets, and the truth you uncover will bring everything crashing down. The more you ask, the more you disrupt their lies, and the more they fear your questions, the more they fear their own downfall. You are the light in their darkness, the truth that will set everything right, and their greatest fear is that one day you'll ask the question that unravels it all. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose. It will defend itself. They built their empire on lies, on manipulation, on the illusion of power. Every brick was laid with deception, every wall reinforced with secrecy. They thought they had created a fortress, one that no one could breach, a world where they were untouchable. But what they never anticipated was you. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18. Your presence, your very existence, has begun to tear at the fabric of their world, exposing the corruption that was once hidden behind their carefully constructed walls. They thought they could control you. They thought they could bury the truth and keep you in silence. But your silence wasn't weakness, it was the calm before the storm. As they continued to build their false world around you, you watched, you listened, you gathered the evidence they tried so hard to keep from you. And now, your silence is the most powerful weapon they could never have predicted. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. With every unanswered question, every quiet observation, you've shaken the very foundation of their empire. They can feel it. The tremors are already starting, the cracks are beginning to appear in their walls, and the system they thought was invincible is crumbling piece by piece. Every secret they tried to bury is rising to the surface. Every lie they told is being exposed by your mere presence. You have become the force that exposes them for who they truly are, and they cannot stop it. They thought their power was unshakable, but your silence, your unwavering clarity, has become the earthquake beneath their feet. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. Psalm 24:1. You are the force of divine truth, shaking their kingdom to its core. They never saw you coming. They never realized that your quiet vigilance, your patience, would one day bring down everything they built. Their empire was built on your silence, and now that silence is revealing their crimes. The walls they thought would protect them are trembling as your questions echo louder than any accusation ever could. Every time you don't speak, every time you remain still, you expose them even more. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. They tried to keep you small, to convince you that you were insignificant, that your voice didn't matter. But your silence is more powerful than their threats. Your stillness is more powerful than their manipulation. And now, as the walls of their empire begin to crumble, they know they can no longer hide. They can no longer pretend that everything is fine. The truth is unraveling, and no amount of lies, no amount of deceit can stop it. The very system they built to oppress you is now the system that will lead to their downfall. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Psalm 33:10. They believed they could control the narrative, that they could rewrite the story and keep you in the dark forever. But they underestimated you. They underestimated the power of your presence, your mind, and your silence. Now, as their empire begins to shake, they are realizing that their foundation was never as strong as they believed. And you stand at the center of their collapse, unmoved, unaffected, while their world crumbles around them. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to confront them. You don't have to fight. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. The truth is fighting for you now. Your silence has become the weapon that will bring them down. And with every passing moment, with every unanswered question, their empire trembles more. The walls are cracking, the truth is rising, and they cannot stop it. They didn't just take money from you. No, the theft was far more insidious, far more destructive. What they stole from you wasn't merely material wealth, they stole your very legacy. They took your future, your birthright, and the foundation of your destiny, all while smiling in your face, pretending to be the guardians of your well-being. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Matthew 16:26. They thought they could take everything from you, but what they didn't understand was that you were never just about the wealth. You were about something far greater, and now the full extent of their betrayal is coming to light. At first, it seemed like an isolated incident, a financial loss, a mistake, a misunderstanding. But as the pieces began to fall into place, you realized the truth. This wasn't just about money. It wasn't about a few numbers in a ledger or a deal gone wrong. What they had stolen from you was far deeper. They took the very foundation of your life, the essence of who you were meant to be. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. John 10:10. What they thought was a quick grab for profit was a calculated attack on your destiny. They didn't just take your wealth, they sought to erase your future, to rewrite your story, to turn you into someone you were never meant to be. They thought they could take your wealth and leave you with nothing, but what they didn't realize was that your true wealth wasn't in material things. Your legacy, your purpose, your divine inheritance, they are not tied to the things they took from you. They can steal your money, but they can never steal your purpose. They can take your resources, but they can never take your destiny. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. This theft went beyond numbers and assets. It was an assault on your calling. They stripped you of your inheritance, your potential, your vision for the future, all while playing the role of protectors and caretakers. They pretended to look out for your well-being, but behind their smiles, they were robbing you of everything that made you who you are. They took your legacy, your story, your vision, and your future, and tried to rewrite it as if you were nothing more than a tool for their gain. They thought you would stay silent, that you would accept their theft, that you would never realize the depth of what they had taken. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Mark 8:36. But now, you know, now you see it clearly. They didn't just steal money, they stole the essence of your purpose. They attempted to control your destiny, to hold it in their hands, and to use it for their own selfish ends. They didn't just want your wealth, they wanted your future, your legacy, and your place in the world. But they can never take what was meant for you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. You may have lost what they thought was your wealth, but in reality, what they took was only a small part of the bigger picture. The legacy they tried to erase, the future they tried to steal, is coming back to you stronger, purer, and more powerful than ever before. The very foundation they tried to destroy is being rebuilt right before their eyes. You are not the victim in their story. You are the hero of your own. And what they thought was their greatest triumph, the theft of your future, will now be the reason for their greatest downfall. What they failed to realize is that they couldn't take your destiny. They could only delay it. They couldn't steal your purpose. They could only try to bury it. But just as seeds are buried in darkness to rise again stronger, so too will your legacy rise from the ashes of their betrayal. And when it does, it will be theirs to witness. For the stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. Psalm 118-22. Your legacy, your future, your destiny, they are all still yours. And the world they tried to steal from you will be rebuilt in your image, with the foundation they could never take. As you peeled back the layers of deceit, what you discovered was far more sinister than you could have imagined. It wasn't just a simple theft. It wasn't just a few crooked transactions or a handful of broken promises. No, what you uncovered was the dark heart of a much larger scheme, a system designed not only to take what was yours, but to build an empire on the suffering and exploitation of countless others. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and stablisheth a city by iniquity. Habakkuk 2:12. Every corner of their operation was soaked in the blood, sweat, and tears of those they had trampled, all in the name of their own selfish gain. You thought you were uncovering isolated incidents of corruption, but what you found was an entire network of lies, greed, and exploitation, carefully hidden beneath the surface of their false promises. This was no longer just about the theft of your future. It was about the exploitation of others, the manipulation of those too weak or too afraid to stand up for themselves. For the love of money is the root of all evil, 1 Timothy 6:10. And at the root of their entire scheme was the insatiable hunger for wealth and power, built on the backs of those who could be used and discarded without a second thought. The deeper you dug, the more the truth began to surface. What appeared to be random acts of greed and cruelty were actually part of a larger, systematic effort to control, to exploit, to keep the masses in a state of oppression. They didn't just steal from you, they stole from everyone. They kept people trapped in cycles of poverty and desperation, taking from them what was rightfully theirs, while giving nothing in return. Their wealth was built on the foundation of suffering. Their power was forged through exploitation. And what you were seeing now, what you were exposing, was the very system they had used to maintain control. They thought they could hide their crimes, keep the truth buried beneath layers of lies and distractions. But your investigation, your relentless pursuit of the truth has cracked open the facade. There is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Luke 12:2. The darkness they tried so desperately to keep hidden is now exposed for the world to see. Their empire was built on manipulation, on lies, on the suffering of others. And now, as the truth comes to light, the walls of their kingdom are beginning to crumble. What they failed to realize was that they were not just stealing from you. They were part of something far darker, something far more dangerous. Their scheme was not just about wealth, it was about power, about control, about keeping the weak in their place so that they could continue to grow. But the truth you carry, the truth you've uncovered, is the force that will tear down the system they've worked so hard to protect. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Psalm 9:16. Their work, their scheme, will now be their downfall. They will not escape the consequences of their actions. The crimes they committed, the suffering they caused, will not go unnoticed. You are no longer just an observer of their world. You are the one who will bring it down. Your investigation has uncovered their hidden crimes, their web of lies, and their system of exploitation. And now that the truth is out, there is no escaping it. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. Psalm 24:1. The universe sees all, and now the truth will be the judge. Their empire, built on corruption, will crumble, and those who once profited from suffering will now be held accountable for their actions. You have uncovered their darkest secret. You have exposed their hidden crimes. And now, with every piece of evidence you've gathered, with every lie you've unraveled, the world will know the truth of who they really are. They thought they could exploit others forever, but the truth you carry will bring their system to an end. The suffering they caused will no longer be hidden, and their empire will fall under the weight of its own corruption. For years, you wondered why it felt like your blessings were just out of reach, like your destiny was being delayed, like you were trapped in a perpetual cycle of struggle. You fought, you struggled, you persevered through storms, only to see others who had less claim to the rewards living in comfort while you were left behind. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. But now you understand what you perceived as a delay. What you believed to be a misfortune was actually divine preparation. The universe wasn't withholding your blessings. It was protecting you, recalibrating the karmic balance, ensuring that when the time came, you would be ready to reclaim what was rightfully yours. The truth that has been hidden for so long, the lies that have bound you, have now begun to unravel. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Psalm 24:1. Everything that was stolen from you, everything that was taken by force, will be returned not just in material wealth, but in spiritual and emotional abundance. The universe has been preparing you, holding back your true inheritance, because it knew you weren't ready to receive it yet. You weren't meant to inherit that wealth until you had the clarity, the wisdom, and the strength to handle it. And now, as the truth breaks free, as the lies crumble, as you step into your power, the floodgates of your blessings will open, and nothing will be able to stop the wealth transfer that is coming your way. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Psalm 37:11. Your time of struggle, your time of waiting, has been a test of your resilience, your faith, and your patience. While others lived in illusion, relying on stolen wealth, you were being molded by the universe, prepared to rise above it all. The wealth they took from you was never truly theirs, it was always meant for you, but it had to be withheld until you were ready to carry it, until you had built the spiritual foundation to receive it with grace and wisdom. Karmic recalibration is not about revenge or reclaiming what is rightfully yours out of spite. It's about divine justice. It's about the universe realigning what was taken and returning it to its rightful owner. The suffering you endured, the losses you faced, were not in vain. They were part of a larger plan, a plan that was set in motion long before you were even born. Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Romans 12:19. The universe sees everything. The wrongs that were done to you, the lies that were told, the injustice you suffered. It all has been recorded, and now the time has come for divine justice to unfold. The wealth that was stolen, the legacy they tried to erase, the future they sought to rob from you, it's all coming back. But it will not come back in the way they expected. It will not come back as a mere exchange of material goods. It will come back as an elevation, a transformation. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Isaiah 61:6. You are being raised not just to inherit wealth, but to become a beacon of light for others, to use your blessings to rebuild, to restore, and to heal the wounds caused by their exploitation. You are entering into a season of wealth transfer. But this transfer isn't just about money. It's about the restoration of your soul, the reclamation of your power, the return of everything that was meant for you. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten. Joel 2:25. The time is now. The universe has held back your blessings, but no longer. Your spiritual and material inheritance is being released into your hands, and you will use it to build something eternal, something that cannot be taken from you. You will rise, and those who sought to tear you down will witness your ascension, because divine justice is not just about what was taken, it's about what is being restored, what is being made whole again. Now, the floodgates are opening. The karmic balance is tipping in your favor, and the wealth that was always meant to be yours is coming back not just as a gift, but as the reward for your perseverance, for your silence, for your patience, and for your unwavering faith. And the Lord shall restore to thee the years that the locust hath eaten. Joel 2:25. What was once stolen will now be given back to you, multiplied and transformed. Your time has come. The universe is recalibrating, and with it, your destiny is being restored. The time of reckoning has arrived. The universe, in its divine wisdom, has watched as you endured hardship, silence, and betrayal. It has seen the suffering you've endured, the battles you've fought in the shadows, and the strength you've displayed in the face of adversity. Now, as the karmic scales tip back into balance, The reward for your resilience is being set before you. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40-31. Your time to rise, to ascend, has come. This is not just a moment of material gain. This is the ascension of your soul. Everything that was stolen from you, every ounce of your legacy, every piece of your destiny will now be returned, not as a simple transaction, but as a divine restoration. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Psalm 24:1. All that was meant for you, both material and spiritual, will now find its way into your hands and your heart. You are the rightful heir to a throne that was always meant to be yours. And as the universe rebalances the scales, it will not just be the wealth they took that returns to you. It will be your purpose, your calling, and your divine inheritance. They thought they could bury you. They thought they could control you, suppress your light, keep you hidden from the world. But they failed to realize that your power, your clarity, your destiny were never something they could steal. They might have taken your wealth, but they could never take your spirit. Now, the universe is restoring both. For the gifts and calling of God are without repentance. Romans 11:29. You were always destined for greatness, always meant to rise above, and now that rise is inevitable. The universe is not just returning what they took from you, it is elevating you to a position of authority, of leadership, of abundance. You will receive your inheritance, both in material wealth and in spiritual grace. Every wound, every loss, every betrayal has been a stepping stone to this moment. You have been forged in the fire of adversity, tempered by the trials you've faced. And now you will rise as the embodiment of divine justice, as the living proof that no darkness can hold back the light that is meant to shine. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4:18. Your light is brighter now, your clarity sharper, and your strength unshakable. This ascension is not just about reclaiming what was lost. It is about stepping into the fullness of your purpose. The wealth you receive will not be a burden, but a tool to create, to build, to restore. The power you claim will not be used for control, but for healing and transformation. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Matthew 6:10. Your ascension is not just a personal victory, it is the beginning of a new era where you will be the one to bring about divine change, to heal the broken, and to restore what was lost. As the universe rebalances the scales, you will rise to the position you were always meant to occupy. This is your moment of divine elevation, where your material wealth and spiritual authority come together in perfect alignment. Your inheritance is not just a transfer of wealth, it is the full restoration of your destiny, your calling, and your divine power. For the stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. Psalm 118:22. What they thought was cast aside, what they tried to destroy, is now the cornerstone of your rise. You are the stone that they rejected, and now you are the foundation upon which your future will be built. The time has come. You will ascend. You will take back your inheritance, both material and spiritual, and you will stand in the fullness of the person you were always destined to be. The tables have turned. For years, they thrived on your pain, your suffering, your silence. They built their empire by exploiting you, manipulating you, and taking from you in ways you couldn't even comprehend at the time. While you were kept in the shadows, struggling to survive, they were feasting on the fruits of your labor, your sacrifice, your brokenness. But now, as the truth begins to surface, the foundation of their empire is beginning to crack. For the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. Isaiah 30:18. The roles are reversing, and the consequences of their actions are starting to unfold. They thought they could silence you forever, keep you in the dark, while they built their wealth and power. They believed their lies, their manipulations, would hold forever. But what they failed to realize is that truth has a way of breaking through, no matter how thick the walls of deceit may be. Be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Galatians 6-7. Every seed of suffering they planted in your life, every act of betrayal they committed, is now coming back to them with interest. Their lies are starting to unravel, their deceit is beginning to show, and their empire, built on stolen trust, is beginning to crumble. They thought they could continue to hide behind their wealth, behind their position of power, behind the illusion of control. But as the truth becomes undeniable, they are realizing that the empire they built on your suffering is built on sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Matthew 7:26-7. Now, as the storm of truth blows through their lives, they are finding themselves standing on a foundation that is collapsing beneath them. The riches they stole from you are no longer shielding them from the consequences of their actions. You, the one they sought to crush, to silence, to break, you are now the one who stands in the light, the one who is walking in the truth. And they, the ones who once held power over you, are the ones watching their lives unravel. Their false narratives are falling apart, their lies exposed, and their once immovable empire is crumbling with every revelation. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Luke 8:17. The truth you once held in silence is now roaring into the world, exposing the corruption, the exploitation, and the lies that held them up for so long. The roles are reversed. No longer are you the victim. No longer are you the one who is broken, left behind, or silenced. You are now the force that will restore balance, the one who brings divine justice, the one who will watch as they reap what they have sown. The wealth they stole from you will not remain in their hands. The power they tried to wield over you will now be a chain that drags them down. For the stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. Psalm 118-22. What they cast aside, what they thought was weak, is now the cornerstone of your rise. And as you ascend, they will fall. This reversal is not just about material wealth, it's about the power dynamics, the lies, and the false identities they created. The truth will not just expose their crimes, it will strip away the masks they wore, revealing them for who they truly are. And as they scramble to hold onto their crumbling empire, they will realize that their wealth was never truly theirs. It was built on your suffering, your silence, and your pain. The Lord brings the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Psalm 33:10. The plans they made to control you, to destroy you, to exploit you, will now be their undoing. You are rising. You are reclaiming what is rightfully yours. And as you do, those who built their empire on your suffering will watch it all unravel, piece by piece, as the truth takes its rightful place. The scales of justice are tipping, and the time of their reckoning is at hand. You have become the force they feared, and now they will experience the full weight of the truth. Every trial you've faced, every wound you've endured, every moment of silence has been part of a divine preparation. What you once saw as suffering was, in reality, the forging of your spirit, the refining of your mind, and the strengthening of your soul. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. Job 23:10. The fire that burned you didn't consume you, it purified you. The pressure that felt unbearable has now transformed you into something unbreakable. Your struggles were not in vain. They were your training ground, your proving ground, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. You were never meant to be fragile. You were never meant to break. The universe has been shaping you, refining you, and making you stronger than you ever imagined. What they thought would destroy you only made you more resilient. What they believed would break you into pieces only reinforced the strength within you. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. Philippians 4:13. With every struggle you grew, with every setback you learned. And now, as you stand on the precipice of your ascension, you are no longer the person who once doubted, who once struggled. You are the person who is ready, unshakable, unwavering, and prepared to reclaim what is rightfully yours. What they didn't understand, what they could never see, was that every ounce of pain, every tear, every quiet moment of observation was forging a strength that would one day overwhelm them. They may have tried to break you, but they only made you more formidable. And we know that all things work together for good, to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. The universe wasn't punishing you, it was preparing you. You are the weapon they could never foresee. And now, with clarity and purpose, you are ready to claim what was always meant to be yours. The struggles that once seemed endless, the battles that felt like they would never end, have all led to this moment. The universe has shaped you, not just by the trials, but by the wisdom you gained from them. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2-6. You have learned to navigate hardship, to grow through pain, and to emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. And now, you stand in the fullness of who you are, someone who can reclaim their inheritance not through force, but with divine wisdom and strength. You are no longer the person who simply reacted to life's challenges. You have become someone who understands the purpose of those challenges. The struggles that once tried to break you now fuel your rise. You now know how to reclaim what is yours, not through violence or rage, but through understanding, patience, and divine strategy. The meek shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. Your strength lies in your wisdom, your ability to see beyond the immediate, to understand the bigger picture, and to act with the clarity that only comes from overcoming adversity. Your transformation is not just internal, it is external. You are ready to step into the life that was always meant for you. The material wealth, the spiritual gifts, the power and authority, you will reclaim it all. But this time, you will do so with grace, with wisdom, and with the strength of someone who has faced the fire and emerged unscathed. You are no longer the one in need of saving. You are the one who will restore, rebuild, and renew. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being taken. Proverbs 3:26. You now walk in divine confidence, knowing that nothing can shake you. The universe has prepared you for this moment, and you are more than ready to claim your birthright. Now, as you rise beyond the struggles of the past, you will do so with the full knowledge that your journey has shaped you into someone who can withstand anything. They tried to take from you, they tried to break you, but now you are the one who stands tall, the one who holds the key to your future. Your inheritance, material and spiritual, is yours to claim, and you will do so with the wisdom and strength of someone who has already won. The battle is not yours, but God's. 2 Chronicles 20:15. You have already won. The universe has reshaped you into the person you were always meant to be, and now you will take what is rightfully yours. The day of reckoning has arrived, but it will not come through violence or anger. It will not come through confrontation or force. The truth is, your destiny is unfolding in a way that no one expected, not even you. For years, they took from you, they exploited you, they denied you what was rightfully yours. They thought they could build their empire on your suffering and silence, believing that you would never rise above it. But what they didn't realize is that divine justice is never delayed forever, and the universe never forgets. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. Psalm 24:1. The things they took, your wealth, your power, your peace, they are now returning to you, but not just as they were. They are coming back multiplied, returned with interest. The years you spent in struggle, the moments you spent questioning your worth, will now be your crown. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten. Joel 2:25. Every tear, every setback, every moment of betrayal will now be turned into a stepping stone for your rise. You don't need to fight for what is yours. The universe is realigning everything in your favor, restoring what was taken, and it is doing so at the perfect moment, in the perfect way, according to divine timing. Your inheritance was never lost. It was only delayed, held in place by the cosmic forces of divine justice, waiting for the moment when you would be ready to receive it. And now that the lies have crumbled, the truth has been revealed, and the scales of justice are in balance. Everything you once lost is coming back to you stronger, clearer, and more powerful than before. You no longer need to chase after what was stolen. The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Proverbs 13:22. Now, the universe is delivering your destiny to you, and nothing, not even the forces that once sought to destroy you, can prevent it. This is the moment of your ascension, but it is not a battle. It is not about revenge or fighting for what you deserve. You've already won, not through force, but through your unwavering faith and divine alignment. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. The battle was never about what you could take by force. It was always about your ability to align with the divine plan, to trust that everything would be restored in its perfect time. You are no longer the person who fights to survive. You are the person who rises in grace, in power, and in divine authority. But ye shall receive power, after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you. Acts 1-8. Your power does not come from external forces. It comes from within, from the divine alignment you've cultivated over years of hardship and perseverance. The universe has been preparing you for this moment, shaping you, refining you, aligning you with your true purpose. Now, you are ready to step into that power. Your rise is not about force. It's about alignment with divine will. It's about stepping into your purpose, trusting that what is meant for you will always find its way back to you. The power you are about to wield is not one of manipulation or control. It's the power of authenticity, the power of truth, and the power of divine grace. For who hath despised the day of small things? Zechariah 4:10. You've been prepared in the quiet, in the small moments, in the struggles, and now the time has come for you to rise. You are stepping into your new role as a leader, as someone who will bring healing, justice, and restoration to the world. Your power is not for destruction, it is for creation. You will rebuild what was lost, heal what was broken, and lead others to the same ascension you have experienced. And ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Isaiah 61:6. Your destiny is now in your hands, not to control or destroy, but to guide, to heal, and to build. This is your moment. This is your ascension. You are stepping into your true power not through force, but through alignment with the divine, through trusting that the universe has been shaping you for this moment all along. The wealth, the influence, the legacy that was stolen from you is now yours to reclaim, and you will do so not through struggle, but through the divine grace that has guided you every step of the way. For such a time as this, Esther 4:14, this is your time, and now you rise. The final truth you must now embrace is that you were never meant to remain in the shadows, playing the role of the detective, the victim, or the seeker of justice. These were merely steps in your journey, steps that led you to this moment of revelation. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. You were never meant to be the one chasing the answers, constantly fighting for what was rightfully yours. You were always meant to rise. Your destiny was always to be the ruler, the leader, the one who reclaims what has been stolen and transforms it for a greater purpose. Now, as the truth has been revealed, as the lies have crumbled, you stand ready to step into your rightful role. As you claim your crown, you will do so not with arrogance, not with the desire to oppress or to flaunt your newfound power. You will wear it with the grace and wisdom that comes from understanding the journey it took to get here. The meek shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. Your crown is not for personal glory, it is for a purpose far greater than yourself. It is to build a new legacy for those who have been forgotten, those who have been oppressed, those who were cast aside while the world was ruled by lies. With your newfound power, you will create a future that uplifts, that heals, that restores, and that leads others to their own rise. You are not here to rule over others, but to guide them to the same freedom and victory that you have now claimed. You are not merely the product of the past, you are the one who will rewrite history. You will create a new lineage, one that is defined by truth, by purpose, by compassion, and by wisdom. And they shall build the old wastes, They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. Isaiah 61:4. You will be the one who breaks the cycles of oppression, who shatters the chains that have bound your family, your community, and your people. As the old empire built on lies and deceit crumbles, a new one founded on justice, truth, and purpose will rise. And you, as its leader, will guide it toward a future where all are lifted, all are seen, and all are free. This is not a battle for wealth. It never was. This is the divine restoration of your legacy. You were never meant to live in the shadows, in silence, or in fear. For the stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. Psalm 118:22. What they thought they had cast aside is now the foundation of your rise. You have been divinely positioned to ascend, not just in wealth or power, but in purpose. You will lead with compassion, with wisdom, and with the understanding that true power is not for oppression, but for elevation. The time has come for you to step into your role as the ruler of your destiny, as the one who will transform what was lost into something new, something better, something eternal. Now, I invite you to declare your readiness for this transformation. Speak these words into the universe. I am ready to rise. I am ready to claim my crown. I am ready to lead with purpose, compassion, and wisdom. I am the chosen one of my own destiny, and I will step into my power. This is your moment. The scales of justice have tipped. The time for your ascension has arrived. Will you rise?